How involved are you in the decisions of your wife's hair?
So I mean, listen, don't come home looking like no extra from Black Panther. Black Panther, bald head. Don't do that. That's an absolute no. And I ain't a fan of I call it the cookie bush. It's Florida Evans. Florida Evans. Don't do that.
I knew I was.
Yeah, I
knew I was gonna get some good sound bites with these fellas. My name is Shassity Stevenson. I've been doing hair for over 11 years. As you know, a woman's hairstylist means more to her than just doing her hair. Over the years, I've put my therapist skills to the test. The salon is a place not only for personal venting, but also for discussion of current events amongst a community of women. So, if this chair could talk, this is what it would say. So, ladies, we have some special guests with us tonight. We have a late night recording. They are often a topic of many of our appointments, and it is something that tends to weigh a lot on how you decide what style you can and cannot have, so to speak. And so without further ado, we have the fellas here, and I am here to find out why they are so opinionated, why they have so many preferences and rules about the do's and don'ts of our hair. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with you, Rodney. How involved are you in the decisions of your wife's hair, and why?
I would say it has probably evolved. I think early on we were probably dating. I didn't have a lot to say. When we got married, I had more to say about it. And look, man, you get used to a certain type of look, right?
Okay.
And so I think when you are used to that, it's hard for us to consider alternatives.
Okay.
So I mean, listen, don't come home looking like no extra from Black Panther. Black Panther, bald head. Don't do that. That's an absolute no. And I ain't a fan of I call it the cookie bush. It's Florida Evans. Florida Evans. Don't do that.
I knew I was.
Yeah,
I knew I was gonna get some good sound bites with these fellas. So.
Yeah, that's about. And look, I don't like a drastic change in color.
Okay.
She know not to do that. Like neither.
She know not to do it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Yes, no, you're not doing that.
And if she just so happened to do that, what would be the punishment? Because it sounds like
we got some consequences and repercussions we got to deal with. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Just, I mean, listen, no, you're not doing it.
Okay,
yeah.
So he's laying down the law.
Listen, I rule with an iron fist and a velvet glove. He
gonna get beat up.
And a velvet glove. Listen, I got a velvet glove, so I'm gonna take care of you on parts of it, but for the most part, yeah, we ain't doing it.
Okay, I keep hearing you say we.
Yeah, we are not doing that.
But this is her head.
We are one. We got married, so we won.
I understand that. However, you don't have to deal with waking up and doing her hair in whatever style she so chooses for that particular day or week or period of time. So, yes, you are a unit. However, you are not sharing the tasks that come along with caring for her.
I have gone through some stuff. The whole natural thing was challenging, and so I was supportive.
Okay.
And then, I let that run its course, and we back.
Okay. So you held her hand through some experiments.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you just decided, well, we're not going to do it again.
Hold on. Let me be clear. It's short of some medical thing.
Okay.
And wigs. I don't like wigs either.
We're going to get to that. Let's go on to Aaron.
I said a lot. I said too much.
Don't jump down the list. Aaron, tell me, how involved are you? Very, not so much.
I'm not really that involved.
Okay.
But I mean, first, before I even start out, I just have to give you kudos and thank you.
Thank you.
100%. You, at times, you do my girlfriend's hair, and her hair. I'm not married, by the way, but I've had the same girlfriend for 8-9 years, and But I was married at one time, and my ex-wife and my girlfriend have very similar hairstyles.
Okay.
I mean, they're curly.
Okay.
I mean, they don't have to do a lot
Okay.
with their hair. And I really just don't have any preference or any hang-ups about it.
Okay.
But, I mean, I've dated women throughout my life with all types of hair. My big thing is smell.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I have a big old nose. and it's very, very sensitive.
Okay.
And, you know, if something comes home and I'm in the bed with something, you know, that's 8 hours.
That's something.
You know, I my sleep is altered.
Okay.
So.
I like the way you worded that.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you say that because obviously, but being behind the chair at the shampoo bowl, I see some things as well. And sometimes the first thing I say is, you laid up beside somebody with your hair smelling like this. I say that because I'm thinking that if I can smell it and I'm not that close to you, you know, what does your significant other,
Gonna
you
smell
know, yeah, and why is that not, why is that okay? Or why are you comfortable? You know what I mean? So I'm with you on that.
Right.
And I definitely think that is something that you have to stay on, especially with like hair extensions, which, you know, that kind of goes into the whole wigs thing. Is, you know, just the maintenance and the hygiene that comes along with that. So I do try to, you know, educate them not only for the sake of, you know, the health of their hair and scalp, but just, you know, for general reasons. But when you said that your significant other as well as your ex-wife, you said they had similar texture.
Right.
Would you say you have a type of
I
hair?
wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
It just happened.
I'm a committed man.
Say it again now. So when she tunes in, say it a little louder.
I'm a very committed man, but I
Turn
mean,
his mic up.
Okay, let me turn you.
But I mean, I'm attracted to a plethora of different hairstyles. I mean,
Okay.
I all through college, my girlfriend. I mean, I didn't know it at the time. I was young and dumb, and she put wigs on at times. And I thought she had a little short haircut, but I was stupid.
Yeah.
You know, you put magic back into my bedroom when you put those.
What you like, Aaron?
What you call it? You put the Bo Derricks and Nicky's. You know, the braids.
cornrows, yeah.
You've done that a few
Okay.
times, and you know that.
So you like to switch it up. You
know,
like a little bit.
Well, it pours gas on the fire. we got a simmering fire, but it pours a lot of gas on it. So you know.
Well, I do like to say I'm saving marriages one head at a time. That is something that I typically say. I
agree. I mean, I've come home mad, and she's left your shop, and guess what?
You were glad again?
No, the madness just dissipated.
I'm glad to know that I could be of that kind of assistance to you and her. Rob, what you got to say? Because I know you just waiting.
First of all, no disrespect to any of your podcast listeners, male or female, and their queens.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
But
you asked how involved am I? I kind of put my preferences out there at the beginning.
Okay.
When we were dating, and just emphasize what I liked and did not like.
Okay.
And I think for the most part, that's kind of aligned with my spouse likes as well. At least I think.
To that. Okay. Now, we know where Rodney draws the line. He has
I got a bunch of lines.
eliminated. let's review.
I got a bunch of
He's
lines.
eliminated the Black Panther extra, the
Florida Evans.
Florida
Cookie Bush.
Evans
Yeah.
Cookie Bush. What is the style that if your wife or your girlfriend came home with, you would absolutely not be okay with, or that you think? Obviously, it may not have happened, but
I'm not okay with hair weave
at all.
at all.
No clip-ins.
No clip-ins, no weave.
And why?
I mean, I think my wife has a nice grade of hair.
She does.
I think it looks good on her. I don't think there's no need for any extra hair.
What if it was just to enhance, kind of like makeup? not anything super drastic. It doesn't have to be a crazy color, but it was just to, enhance the beauty that's already there. And she does have amazing hair, let me just say that. But is it just a no because it's added?
It's added. It's not a need for it. And by all means, definitely, I'm not trying to stop your bag either as far as getting extensions. But I know the weave, I would look at her a certain way. I'm not a fan of braids either.
Okay.
And then, not that she would come home with this, but like age appropriate hairstyles as well. Some hairstyles we need to leave like in 2000 and in the 90s. I don't think you need to come home with no finger waves or no pineapple waves either. That ain't gonna be hot.
Okay. So no throwbacks.
No throwbacks.
And no braids. Now, do you, say other ladies in your family, like when they have them, does it bother you, or is it just I don't want my wife to be rocking her braids or any braids?
It doesn't bother me seeing someone else with them because that's ultimately not who I'm going home with.
Right, but just your opinion of them overall. Is it just that you don't like the way braids look, or you just don't want to see your wife?
I just don't want to see my wife.
Okay. And why? It's just
kind of like my man was saying over here, you kind of get used to a certain style that you like and you think it fits her.
Okay.
Personally, I like bone straight, part down the middle. I think that kind of frames the face. Or you could put it up in the bun, situate that neckline.
Okay.
Shassity, watch out. Watch out.
Well, I've checked. That's why I seem to be limited in styles, I see.
I do like color, though.
Okay.
I like color.
Okay, so we haven't, really ventured too far off into the color. She keeps it pretty neutral. So what if she decided she wanted to, be a little blonde? That would be okay?
That's a great question.
Because you just said you're okay with color.
Let me clarify.
Okay.
When I say color, I'm not talking like
anything too far off.
Like the Rihanna red. I ain't talking about like no Cardi B.
We got some more guidelines.
Pink and blue. That's
neutrals.
Yes.
Okay. Blonde.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Boy, do you understand? Y'all don't understand. This adds a whole new layer. Like, I have to do a consultation. I have to, figure out what works for them, what works for their lifestyle, what works with budgets, what works with, kids and things. And then I got to factor in what the husband wants, or what your boyfriend is going to be okay with. So I just want y'all to know that when you see that tab or that card, that line on the, credit card, I'm factoring in all of this, okay? That's why I charge what I charge, because I got to consider all of these things. So, we talked about you and the cornrows and, how you said it, it added gas to the fire. Is the bonnet welcome in the bedroom? The scarf? What will we allow?
To maintain those, she has to wear that to maintain.
That's right.
The braids, and I respect both of my podcasters' opinion.
It's a safe zone.
Yeah. But I have, I'm definitely not that conservative.
Okay.
I'm super liberal with it. We can go back to the old school. I don't know about finger waves, but we can try the 30s, 40s, and 50s, or we can go into futuristic type styles.
Okay.
I'm very liberal when it comes to that. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it does.
Okay.
If it tickles the fancy, then let's
We'll
keep
rock
it
with
moving.
it.
Let's keep it moving.
Okay.
So you good with Black Panther extra?
Hey. Wakanda, brother.
Forever. Rodney, what's your take on the bonnet?
I'm good with it because I know it's part of maintenance. So,
okay.
at the end of the day, look, you ain't winning out the house. Like, that is not going to happen.
Right.
Like, no, listen, there's women I do know.
Hold on. We got to back up because I always have to get on Rodney with what we ain't going to do.
No, because you got, listen, don't.
Not even the we. It's not even the we so much. It's the that ain't gonna do.
We don't embarrass House of Faulkner. That's the rule with that. The House of Faulkner will not get embarrassed. How about that?
I cannot.
So yeah, not wearing it out the house. So you can wear it around.
No,
the
I
house.
agree with that.
Not even to take the garbage out. No, my daughter tried to do that yesterday. And I was like, you better get back in and take that thing off.
Now, did your mom or sister, did you feel the same way when they would wear it?
Couldn't really.
But how did you feel? You were talking our expressions and feelings, Rodney. Use your words.
Oh, man, I'm trying to feel like, let me think. I mean, first of all, I don't even know if a bonnet was a thing. I saw
it was definitely a thing.
Draws on their head. Not about it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm like
makeshift.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So I mean, that was a whole different time, right?
Okay.
And so, but they weren't wearing it outside the house,
Right.
And I don't know. I feel like the people who choose to do that, just to me, it's like this lack of discipline, and it's lazy.
It's tacky.
Super lazy. And I'm listening. If people listening to this right now and they do it, more power to you. I just feel like that's you have not made an effort. How about that?
I
Anyway,
agree. Yeah,
so, yeah.
I agree. But I guess I'm more specifically speaking, in the bedroom. Because I get a lot of when clients want to know, well, how can I preserve this? And I'm telling them all these different ways to preserve it. Or if they're having issues, I'm like, well, how do you sleep at night? And I will say it's mostly in the dating phase because you want to try to maintain this certain level of, this look. And then I guess after a certain period of time, people get more comfortable. But, I mean, I'm one of those that don't start nothing you can't finish because it goes back to what y'all saying. You get used to a certain thing, and then, you can be thrown for a loop. She come out one day and she got her, hair wrap on. So I will say that it may not be, necessarily in your situations, but usually it's, kind of in the dating phase and, women feel uncomfortable or, not quite ready to, take it there yet.
Got it.
And
I would say even when I was dating, I didn't mind it.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Did you mind it? Like, when they were dating, I don't think they went to bed like I woke up like this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's part of the maintenance.
As far as the bonnet, I don't want to phrase it. I think now it's become an accepted practice, the bonnet with the satin pillow and all that type of stuff. I don't need to see that every day, though. So
Okay.
I get.
That's fair.
Yeah, I get if you just got your hair done and you need it to last for, you may have a meeting or something going on the next day. I don't need to see that every day. As far as the dating phase, absolutely not.
Oh, wow.
I'm married, but I'm gonna speak for my single brothers. Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Wow.
We're not trying to preserve it. We're trying to sweat your hair out when you're single. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about preserving it at that particular point.
I could not. Okay. That's fair.
Well, that's fair.
That is fair.
That is fair.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Now, I guess as a woman, how would you advise us to graduate into that zone where, okay, I just don't, I think that's where we kind of struggle is, okay, well, how do we bridge the gap?
Well, I think it's about communication, checks and balances. But what?
Okay, go ahead.
I just think it's communication.
Okay.
You want your mate to look a certain way, and I would imagine she wants you to look a certain way as well. Y'all a team. You want her to keep her hair maintenance and looking nice, and I imagine she would want you. She don't want you walking around here with the LeBron hairline. So if you, that's my guy though. But I'm just saying,
for example,
you got certain expectations. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So communication is important, as I mentioned when we first started dating.
But I don't understand, like, how does that conversation sound? Hey, so it's been about 3 months or so. Do you mind if I now put on my scarf at night? Like, I don't understand. I get, maybe, we not straight out the gate. I agree with that. However, I think that's where, we as women struggle is. That's why we're afraid to, do it. And then, like you said, it's something that it has to be done. But just trying to understand from the male perspective, what would be acceptable or preferred?
Well, I look at that as an accessory, as far as when you want to. This is just me again, but you want to get intimate. It's certain things. What you wear is not going to prohibit you from getting intimate, because if you want to, you will regardless. But certain things you wear into the bedroom may enhance, like my man said, add some gasoline or some fuel to the fire.
Right.
And you might want to pull her hair. She might be into that, and she got it tied up.
Right.
That may limit you from that.
But after she can go,
Pull a bonnet.
but after she can go and wrap it up, and you know, it's
That's
it
what I was gonna
depends.
say.
Afterwards,
the timing, yeah.
okay. That's
Yeah.
fair. I agree with that. That's fair. I just, like I said, it's more so of on a routine basis. Like, you know, like you said in the beginning, that's an absolute no.
Correct.
But, you know, you don't mind it. You know, you don't want to see it every day. But I guess maybe it's just, you know, to each his own, and you have to kind of figure out what is going to work best for you and your mate.
That's fair.
Yeah?
That's fair.
Okay. Well, we kind of addressed the braids, I think. Let's get into the wigs and the weaves, because wigs are a big trend right now, and I don't do a whole lot of them. However, I do understand some people that wear them, also with the weaves, which I do a lot of. The main feedback I get, especially from women who've never even had one, is that, oh, my husband, he thinks I'm gonna come home looking X, Y, and Z. And I think it's because a lot of times you guys see ones that you can tell are weaves, and they look terrible, and sometimes they can get a bad rep because of, you know, just kind of what you see. So I always have to kind of combat that, like, okay, you've never seen anything, you know, like that come out of here, that you're here for a reason. But I just want to know kind of your take on, I know you said no weaves, and I'm assuming that includes wigs, but what's your take on that, Rodney?
I mean, I don't mind weave. I feel like weave is, like you said, as an enhancement. I think it's not. I mean, I don't really mind it. Like, I mean, wigs, absolutely not. I mean, I just never seen a wig that I didn't know was a wig. Like, Shassity, have you ever worn a wig?
I have not.
Again, and so I don't know if I've seen a woman that I didn't know. I knew she was wearing a wig. Like, so weave, you can fool me. Like, I've seen women that have really
Good weaves.
Yeah, really good weave, and it looks great.
Natural.
But like wigs, I mean, even with the lace front joints, you know, it's just don't. Yeah, no.
You're not.
No.
You're not here for it.
Nope. No. Even to try to spice stuff up, I ain't really into that.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I do listen.
And is it just more so because it just doesn't look natural, or? Because, you know, remember wigs kind of were associated with, like, older people.
That's right.
And
that's probably what it. You know what? You might have hit something with me.
Well,
I remember old ladies at the church.
You know,
Well, real talk. The bonnet too, though. That's kind of what I was thinking about. I think a lot of, well, can't speak for them, but I may still be scarred from, like, I'm an '80s baby, but I still may be scarred from seeing people walk around with them jerry curl caps on in the '80s. That's a little bit too close to the bonnet sometimes. Or whatever. I'm just saying.
You've been traumatized, Rob.
I've been traumatized. But I definitely agree with you in the wigs and the older population.
Right. And I think that because, especially speaking on lace fronts, a lot of people don't realize that lace fronts kind of go back to, like, theater. And you've seen a show on Broadway, they all have on lace fronts. Now, what could be seen as an issue is that, you know, when we get stuff, we take to the next level. You know, we're going to get it 32 inches. We're going to get it purple. You know what I mean? So the things that kind of, you know, draw more attention to noticing that it's unnatural. But I think that even with women, when it comes to considering alternative protective styles, they're a little hesitant because it's like, you know, you kind of go back to the mindset of, you know, older people. And now that they're trending, and they are, you know, there are some better ones. And you probably have seen someone with it and didn't know it, which is kind of, like I say, what I try to tell people as far as weaves. Those are the ones that, you know, are done right. You know what I mean? But
if I look at it long enough, I'm gonna know.
Lord.
Them edges, I can tell.
If you
You can see the legs.
Yeah.
my goodness.
We probably know somebody.
So when you look at, like, let's say Beyonce, A celebrity. You can tell when she has on a wig?
Yes. Listen. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother podcast about Beyonce.
Okay. We'll have to tune in for.
Might be hypercritical of her hair and her look. I got something. We'll talk about that offline.
I don't know.
Next podcast.
I don't know, brother.
All right. Okay. Aaron, so you like the braids? You a braids man?
Wigs probably too.
Okay.
I mean, but I say that reflecting from a youthful feel. I had a college girlfriend that put on one once, and I mean she had thick hair, and she went home for the weekend, and she came back, and she had this little Dorothy Dandruff. I think I'm saying her name right.
Dorothy Dandruff.
Yeah. Kind of small, kind of curly, like wig, and I was digging it. I mean, I was, and my cousin like, nigga, don't you know that's a wig? I mean, a wig.
It didn't matter. You liked it though.
I liked it for a while.
Yeah.
So but I mean, that's in the 90s,
and it's probably just within moderation.
Right.
I got a question. So when she took that thing off and it looked different on the, I got like, when did she take it off and you was cool? Like, if you was dating
we
her,
were
right?
like, man.
Did she have on one of them do-rags underneath it?
She did. She did. And I mean, I have to really think back because that's 1990. I mean, that's 30-something years almost, So, yeah, she had a little
pantyhose on.
But what he remembers is how he liked it. He can't even remember what was underneath it.
Oh, yeah. It
Okay.
Yeah.
It set the spark. It had the gasoline.
It did. It really did. So, I mean, I have fun memories of wigs.
Okay.
And presently braids.
Okay.
So, I'm liberal, like I told you.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't mind braids. I got
Go ahead and say your piece. Come on, Rodney.
I don't mind braids. Like I like certain braids, all right?
Oh, goodness. So what braids can she absolutely not have?
I mean, listen, my daughter wears braids when we go to the beach. I get that for maintenance. She had to wear them this summer. And
but we're going to talk about, there's certain things you'll let, your child have versus your wife. So let's focus on your significant other because it doesn't sound like she can have the same braids as your daughter. And
what are those, the cornrow ones that go like way
feet
down?
ends?
Yeah. I didn't mean.
Feet ends. It's okay. We can cut it out. I was just.
The ones that like I can't even know.
Crochet braids.
The ones that go like the thick cable looking ones that go down your head and they
goddess braids.
Feet in braids.
Oh, okay.
Feet in braids. They like Pocahontas.
No.
They like straight back. Scalp braids, as long as they braid to her scalp, sounds like it.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's almost like cornrows, but they're going straight back.
Yeah.
Is that feet in?
Cornrows, feet in.
That's what Nikki does. Nikki does that, yeah.
Yeah, so I could do those. Wife beat on. That's kind of,
Okay. Got to have the whole outfit together.
Yeah. Some 4-inch heels.
Got to play. Got to serve the look, ladies. I hope y'all taking notes because these fellas know exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
What
like she just got out, did a bid.
Set it off.
That's right. No, not Cleo. not Cleo. No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Adina Howard, maybe. No, she had short hair, didn't she?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, not Cleo.
She had hair like the
not Cleo.
wig.
No.
Okay.
See, now you messing it up for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do
that's
that.
fair. That's fair. So
Beyonce had the thicker braids, right?
I don't remember.
I think
she's had several braided styles. So
yeah.
we're gonna leave Beyonce alone
Yeah,
because I don't, like I said, that sounds like Rodney has a lot to say.
Yeah.
We don't have that. We don't have that much time.
I'm a Rihanna man.
So I would assume that, let's say everybody in this room is over 35, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I know I sent y'all some talking points, but I got a few pop-up questions. So I want to hear, what about your lady growing out her gray hair at the age that she is now? Like, no more color. How do you feel about that whole process, or what that might look like? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I don't want to see that either. You put that on the list.
Now
I
might jump on that conservative boat with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I may jump on that boat.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that kind of.
It just ages. I've seen women who've done that. It literally ages them. I think I mean, I can think of one or two people right now that I'm like, they need to put some color in their hair. Because
it's one woman in Ebony though, and she looks really. but she's like 70.
But everybody, they're okay.
She's 70, but she
70
has
I'm fine.
Yeah, but she.
Is it all gray or something?
It's all gray.
Not 45.
Yeah.
And that's what I was about to say. I think
45.
it's a little different
Yeah,
for most people, even for the women. It's like, okay, at a certain age, then maybe.
Yeah.
But I know that, of course, what you guys think is also something that they consider. So we know Rodney's list, and we know Aaron is jumping on board. What about you, Rob?
I'll probably go pick and choose my battles. As far as the gray, I would maybe take her lead on that.
Okay.
That may be. I may not give my opinion unless it's asked on the grays. Hopefully, I didn't cause any of them.
Yeah, right.
But as far as me telling her, hey, you need to color that, I probably wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that.
Could you?
Especially because I don't want you to wear a weave. I want you to be your natural hair.
Let her have something. Huh?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm sure she appreciates that. Yeah. So, do you guys have gray hair? Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. And
the little I have left, yes.
How do you feel about yours? Do you embrace it? Is it something that you feel the need to, either shave off, or I know some men, will use dyes, because I know it's typically a double standard, as with most things. So yeah, I'll get the ladies in here and ask them about, their preferences. But I just want to know, like, would you feel okay, and comfortable, embracing yours? Is it just that, I know you okay, you good with it, Rob, but for Aaron and Rodney?
Well, I mean, I have a few, but when I cut my hair close,
you can't
you can't really tell.
Okay.
And I try to get a bi-weekly sometimes cut because of them.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think that's your wife or a girlfriend's not making you do that. Or that's more you, right? I mean,
it's me.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of us are conscious about that, because look, there are certain people who look better and can make it, like, a Richard Gere or somebody like that can make that enhance how they look, and you look more distinguished. But some dudes just, you look older too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can think of two dudes right now. Like, y'all need to blacken that or cut that down. Nobody need to see, like, they younger than me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they just look older. And it's just, listen, this is a little bit superficial, but I mean, you want to try to stay, fresh and relevant as long as you can. And so I think that that's why I don't really have a problem with doing weave. It's got to be age appropriate, but I feel like, weave and coloring your hair is probably one of those things that kind of help, keep that going for as long as possible.
Right.
So.
Were you going to say something, Rob? You didn't have anything to add to that?
Nope.
Rob, you don't get that LeBron blacking on your beard and on your side of your head, huh?
They be out of control at the barbershop there, man. Out of control.
Oh, they do, yeah.
With the Beijing and everything else.
Yeah, yeah. And that gets real messy.
Yeah.
DIY it. So.
Yeah.
Long hair or short hair? I got him, finally. You can. We don't have to go in order.
Long hair.
Long hair.
Like I said, long hair, bone straight, part in the middle.
Not on the side, Rob. Preferably in the middle, though.
In the middle.
Okay.
But there are some nice short dudes, so I can't hate on that.
Okay.
Some iconic short dudes at that.
Okay.
Nia Long in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call them out.
Halle Berry in the 90s.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna with the red hair, the short do.
Okay.
Nia Long with the short cut.
Okay.
Megan Good with the short cut.
Yeah, I'm with
That's
you.
not your wife with the shortcut.
Correct.
All right. We clear.
I mean, depending on the style, I could do either one. Like, I mean, if I had to pick one, probably longer.
Okay.
I mean, but my wife's had some really nice short haircuts, but I'm like, if I had my preference, it'd be longer, probably. Right? So, I don't know. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty indifferent. I mean, I would do longer, but I could do short.
I'd like Nikki to switch it up. I mean, try it out. I mean, her hair grows so fast. So, I mean, if she cut it all off, her face is long though. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that, but I don't know how that would look. But I don't think it would. I mean, make me not,
Right.
have a energy towards it.
Okay.
And I think it's important what you just said too, that you know it's gonna grow back fast.
Yeah.
Some people, they got great hair, you don't know if it's gonna grow back. So
Right.
you need to hold on to it as long as you can.
Right.
Play it safe, right?
Right.
I'm saying no cause anxiety. We don't need to be having no guessing game.
Right. You're right.
All right. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. So should your wife, let's say, they have your wife, girlfriend has a hair appointment, and she's considering doing something new, whether it be color or cut, what are the preferred steps prior to that appointment, as far as, because I know it sounds, I would, if I had to guess, I would think that especially you, Rodney, would need to approve.
I would say not approved because I probably laid the parameters already, right? So she don't have to come over there crazy. So she got to listen. She goes
Has
to
these boundaries.
Pinterest and some
Okay.
other places, and she'll look at stuff.
Okay.
And she know which one she can pick. And like,
What? I cannot.
He
listen,
gonna get beat up when he get home.
She got the parking lot now.
Listen, it's true. It's
I don't
facts.
beat
I
him
don't
up
have to make this
first.
up. I'm just saying. It's,
Okay,
it's
so hold
fact.
on. Let me
It's
back
fact.
up. She can go to Pinterest.
She goes to Pinterest.
She goes to Pinterest. So that's her.
Or at some other places,
Okay.
She
goes
might
to
see
Pinterest,
somebody
and then
in
she
the
knows
magazine.
which ones she can pick.
She ain't looking at the wrong ones. How about that? She looking at all the right ones. Listen, there's a range. Like, I mean, listen, if she
I'm
cut her
following
hair
you.
and
Okay, so she shows you
but
3,
she,
4
listen,
that
she ain't looking at Cardi B.
Okay, because she got on wig.
She's not looking at Rihanna. Like, she knows I like her, but she's not gonna look at Red. That's just not. Don't never. Don't never do that. Like, that's not gonna happen. And then, I mean, it's just. I mean, she knows, right? I mean.
Right, but I'm saying, so she picks out these pictures on Pinterest, and then what happens? Does
Let
she
me also
bring?
say my kids will shame her. If she came on, my son and my daughter would shame her. I wouldn't even have to do that. They would do it.
Well, we know kids are
That's right.
brutally honest.
That's right. So listen, there's a range of
But
stuff.
let's eliminate.
Okay.
Let's say before the times when you had children to step in on your behalf. After she's selected the acceptable pictures, so now she brings these to you and
No.
Okay.
Nope.
lead me
Again,
through it.
Let me just think about this. You talking about like pre-kids?
Just in general, just for her to go through the steps of I'm gonna make a change to my hair. I'm having this itch. I want to do something different.
No, listen. I will say this: there has been times where I didn't have no control because we might have been mad at each other, right? She might have done some stuff out of spite.
But see, that's
And like
what I
didn't
think.
want to. I want to jazz it up, and I couldn't say that. Like,
See, I think the word control and an opinion. That's what I guess I'm
Did I
trying
say
to.
control?
Yes, you did. You said you didn't have any control over it,
oh, I don't. I
Because-
didn't know if we were.
but
in the,
otherwise you have control over it. Or you didn't
listen,
feel like you could give your preference or
this
your
is about
opinion.
to get into a relationship podcast, not here. Control goes both ways, right? And I feel like there's certain things I'm not going to do in terms of clothes, right? I'm not gonna come home looking crazy, and I got a range, right?
But looking crazy, all of that, like that's just depending on who you talking to that day. So because I'm talking to you, don't try to bring nobody else in this.
Saying.
No, you get scared. You get scared. We're gonna go to Rob.
I ain't getting scared. I'm just telling you, it's not control. It's a matter of preference with that person you've been with for a while, and they know stuff that they can and can't do, just like I know certain stuff I can and can't do.
Okay.
How about that? I'm gonna clean that up real good. How about that? I can't do stuff either, America.
Just to be clear. All right, Rob. What? Let's say your wife wants to switch it up. What? How does it go down in your household? What's that conversation like?
It probably wouldn't be a conversation. She probably would just do it.
Okay.
To be honest, she probably would just do it. And
so, what's the conversation like after the hair appointment? If in the event that it's something that you wouldn't typically go for.
How you come to that decision? How long you think it's gonna take for it to grow back? Do that color wash out?
You need to know what's the steps to getting back to normal.
Yeah,
and what that looks like.
But just definitely not trying to be controlling.
What about the support? I didn't hear you say, what do you think about it? How does she feel? You going straight back to how did we get it back like how I like it?
So I probably would ask her, hey, what made you, or not what made you, but
that's exactly what you were saying.
Yeah, I would. I'm gonna keep it real. Hey, what made you cut your hair? What made you try that style?
You thinking when you cut your hair? Get that.
Exactly. But I mean, at the end of the day, once she does it, there ain't too much I can do. So I would have to support it by default. Don't mean I would have to like it, but I would have to support it by default.
How you gonna have to support it? You can't. You gotta.
She gotta cut it.
Exactly. You can't support it. You can't do nothing about it.
That's
Go
true.
get some weed.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing
that.
You gotta take it. There you go. So he doesn't control that. That's what I'm telling you. It goes both ways.
I know. I agree. See, but I used your word. You said control. And that's why I was asking, is it so much of trying to control?
I said control. I'm not control. I said she.
Aaron,
listen, I couldn't
She's gonna
control.
edit it. She's gonna edit it out.
I have preferences.
You said, no, I didn't say you were controlling. You said, I can't control that. That's what you said.
If they came home, hey man, this is the fellas show. You supposed to be supporting me. How about that?
It's a safe zone, no judgment free.
She's gonna edit it.
Yes.
We can rewind and say it's there.
No, what I'm saying is, it's to me, it's not control. It's more preferences. Like it's certain things when you've been.
And that's
with the
what I
person.
tried to give you. I said, is it more of just having an opinion on it, or giving your preference about what you would like to see her rock?
I need to be quiet.
Own it. You gotta own it.
That's right.
I'm just listen again.
Because if these chairs could talk,
yeah, all I'm saying is
it's gonna tell y'all
there's
everything
parameters.
we edited
I got
out.
parameters. She got parameters.
I got you.
Period.
I
That's
understand.
it. Is
What
that
can't-
control? Yeah, that's like being on the fence. You controlling that person's
Boundaries.
boundaries.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
So the wives need to consult. That's a gentle word.
I never said that she consulted me when she did stuff. I said
No,
she
I'm
has
just saying-
preferences that I like that she looks at them.
But the preference is that we consult with each other as far as, if we, want to make drastic changes. Is that the consensus?
No, just tell her be as adventurous as she wants to be.
Okay,
And
Aaron.
You heard
Ooh, he getting them brownie points. Say your last name. He getting them brownie points.
Aaron said, do not put me in that boat.
Exactly.
Do not
but
get it
I
twisted.
mean, Nikki's, her hair grows back fast, and it's, I would like to see a shorter hairstyle.
Okay.
I mean, she's never cut it off. And, you know, it'd be different.
Okay. Switch it up.
Does my wife have to consult with me? No. End of the day, she gonna do what she want to do. Would I like to be consulted? If it's something drastic, yeah,
absolutely.
I would. But if she doesn't, like my man said, I just gotta live with it at the end of the day.
I'm gonna give you one more time to say what you really mean. Use your words, Rodney. Do you prefer your wife to consult with you prior to making any drastic hair changes?
I plead the fifth.
So he got a case of the can't get right. So we ain't gonna get on the same page with Rodney. And we just, God bless his wife. She sounds like a very patient and loving woman.
She is. Yes.
Well,
Stevens, I got a question for you. I don't know
okay.
how much time we got.
Oh, we got time.
But so one thing that I didn't see on your list.
Okay.
Again, I don't know everybody's profession here, but some of the things that I do see, not with my wife at all, but again,
Let's be clear.
for some single folks out there, women and men, the natural hairdos.
Okay.
Like, how are you educating the people that's in your chair as far as these natural hairdos? Because I think when I see them at work or in meetings, it may be like on day 3 or 4. It don't look fresh no more. It's matted. And I get people who go natural for various reasons. I understand they don't want to put the chemicals in their hair. They want to be more connected to their roots, no pun intended. And they decide to go natural. But I think people fall short. I think women fall short with the maintenance of that. And that look, kind of how he said the Florida Evans earlier in the conversation. It ain't a good look.
Listen, I would say this. Florida kept her stuff tight. I would say it was
Don't
always
try to
nice and round and
backtrack.
cookie, but it was like a little,
Don't try
little
to
cookie
backtrack.
bread. He talking about, no, I know what you're
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about the right, like
Yeah.
come on, man.
But let's be
No.
clear, no Florida Evans in your house.
Nope, or whatever the third, 3, and day 4 or 5, or what he said over there at work.
She know what I'm talking about too.
I don't have a problem with men in the salon at all. I don't service. I don't do services for males. But I don't have a problem in, just have your little seat. And long as y'all have talked about what she can and can't get full, I'm consulting with the person in the chair. Okay? And then when I'm done, I would say, what you think? And that would be your opportunity to give me your opinion.
Right.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys for all of your opinions and preferences and advice. So, ladies, I hope you're listening and taking notes. So, until next time.